Hello, everybody. I hope you like that opening theme song there. Anyways, yeah, this is I'm Jim. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 320. Sunday, June 29th, 2025. We've been away for the past couple of weekends. Before I get going here, let's see. I want to maybe do. Yeah, alright, there we go. Alright, share it maybe with alright, there we go. Ba, ba, ba. Yeah, alright. And so, send separately. Alright. So anyways, yeah, welcome to Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 320. Sunday, June 29th, 2025. Before we get into that, all this, let's see here. What are my notifications here? Anyways, yeah, I want to give a shout out to the SDSS alumni dance organizers last weekend. Fuck, that was awesome last weekend. Port Elgin, fuck, seeing old friends and all the all decades reunion. That's what it was called, back in Port Elgin. So it was a good time, much needed night out. So yeah. All right, well, get on with that. And anyways, yeah, welcome to Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 320. I'll give my intro. Big Jim Blogcast Live airs Sunday nights on Facebook, the occasional Fridays, and the occasional wine o'clock Wednesdays. Rob, Diane, I see you guys are already here. We're in our 7th year as Big Jim Blogcast Live, debuted back in 2019. So this year expect more craft beer reviews. We've done over 250 plus reviews over the past 7 years. Pair it together with a good cigar, spirit, rum, whiskey tonight. I've got a good cigar here. All right. There we go. I got a good cigar here. It is a Quintero Cuban cigar there, along with let me hold on. There it is. Fuck. All right. All right. Got that all lit up. So tonight, yeah. And we've got Gibson's Finest Whiskey. And tonight's craft beer comes to us from, it is called Crashes-Razzle. It's a Mexican lager. It's from the Imperial City Brewhouse in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. I'll open that up in a little bit. Yeah, see? They're right there. So, now, yeah, retro, vintage, classic, nostalgia. Yesteryear are the vintage are the buzzwords here. We talk about classic movies, classic rock, classic TV, classic toys, classic pro wrestling, classic albums, Book of the Month Club, along with This Week in Van Halen History, local events, bongos, countdowns, birthday shoutouts to all of our friends. My sidekick, Cactus Jack here. All right. And the blogcast scene in U.S. and Canada is now worldwide. We're seen in the U.K., Mexico, France, Spain, Germany, etc. Thanks for watching. Tune in and turn on and enjoy the show. Politics and religion are banned here. We are not spam. Like us, share, subscribe to us. As Big Jim Blogcast Live is going, the audio version will go out later on Spotify, Anchor, all these Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listening platforms you listen to your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel. Cheers. So, yeah, cheers, everybody. Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. So, and that's where all my old videos are. Facebook, I get asked, where are all your old videos? And Facebook is deleting all the old videos, so I saved them on YouTube. All there. All right. So before we get going into our craft beer, I give you a disclaimer here. I may say a few bad, dirty words like shit, damn, screw, fuck. Grab a Kleenex, go to your safe space, and sorry, write in, tell me how offended you are. But yeah, we do that before we get to birthday shoutouts and countdowns. Tonight we look at a classic legacy movie from 1975. Josh, I've got it on right now. Where is that? Makes you want to not go back into the water. All right. So we look at like a controversial season of the Dukes of Hazzard, season 5. You know, want to know why? Plus, salute to one of their dearly departed cast members, Rick Hurst. We'll pay tribute to a veteran character actor, Harris Yulin, as well as Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys. Our classic pro wrestling manager, J.J. Dillon. Our Mick Ralph salute, like Bad Company, the Brian Howe years. Rockstar car Crashes-Razzle. Our classic legacy album, Theater of Pain by Motley Crue, and This Week in Van Halen history. So right on. Where are you? Okay. All right. I'm just getting over a cold too, so I might accidentally spit out a lung on air. I'm just warning you right now. So, yeah, I'll write it in. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. All right. Okay. So, yeah. A bit of bongos. You'll see these tonight. All right. So, tune in, say hi, everybody. So, yeah, that's our shout out. All right. So, as we get to our craft beer for tonight, we've got like, it's accompanied by like Gibson's Finest Whiskey here. So, and later, I almost forgot. Later, we might do a 10 gong salute to like Rick Hurst, Harris Yulin, Mick Ralphs, and Brian Wilson. All there went, yeah. So tonight's craft beer. Before I open it, it is Crashes-Razzle. It's a Mexican lager by Imperial City Brewhouse right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. I've got one of their glasses. Oh yeah, look at that. So before we get going here, I'm going to explain to you how I do my craft beer reviews here. I do give it a rating out of 10. Like, it's got to grow on me all through the blogcast. Here's my rating system. Outstanding, awesome, excellent, very good, average, above average, average, below average, not very good, terrible, awful. We want it to end up in this between 10 and 6. And so, yeah. And before we get going on that, I'd like to tell you guys about, like, it's a growler. It's your Ontario Craft Beer Guide. This is Volume 6, Issue 1. This tells you all about the up-to-date craft breweries in Ontario. And you can find it in your local liquor store or craft brewery. I suggest picking that up. And so, all right. So, anyways, where's that remote control? There we go. We're going to... There. Nope, not a few. I got a rotary fan over here, going on over here. So, and there, stopped it. Won't interfere with me again. So, anyways, all right. Let's get to our craft beer here. Crashes-Razzle Mexican Lager by the Imperial City Brewhouse in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Now, the description on here, this crystal clear Crashes-Razzle Mexican lager is a perfect style for a party at the beach, out in the water, or just any relaxing day. Just soaking up some sunshine, cream crisp and refreshing. This smooth and ever-tasting craft beer hits a spot every time. Well, we'll be the judge of that. So, like I said, I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. What do you think? I will give it. If you want to throw out a number, see if it matches up with mine later on, feel free to do so. All right. So here we go. Oh, yeah. All right. So look at that. All right. Nice pour there. Okay. Here we go. So, all right. Didn't even wait for the head to go down, huh? So, yeah. Craft Cerveza Mexican Lager by the Imperial City Brewhouse in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Oh, now I want to wish everybody a happy Canada Day coming up. I don't know about the rest of you, but I have tomorrow off, so. All right. Crisp tasting, yeah. All right. All right, it is definitely a crisp tasting. That aftertaste really grabs you once you get it. Once you take that first sip, and so. But I've got a good cigar here going on with it, so. All right, so. Whoa, yeah. So you'll have to yeah, that really sticks with you. It's got that Mexican bite to it. That real can't put my finger on it now, but whether this is a spring, summer, or fall beer, beach beer, I'll let you know. And I'm gonna put this back here for now. All right, and yeah, look at that. Imperial City Brewhouse got one of their stylish coasters right there. So, all right. Whoa. Ooh. All right. Before we get going to our birthday shoutouts, I want to give you guys a blog ID. Big Jims Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listening platforms where you see your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live at YouTube.com. I want to give shouts out for you watching in the Sarnia Port Elgin groups. Sarnia rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. What's up, Sarnia? Supporting Sarnia 2.0. All the pop culture, retro, classic, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups, all the Van Halen, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock groups, all the craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Wars, Star Trek, pro wrestling, blog, classic TV movies, birthdays, bongos, and Rubik's. All right. So, all right. So, a little bit of a gong there. So, but anyways, the hotline. Also, I got the hotline. If you want to call up, 1-800-867-5309. You want to call me up on your rotary or your cell and say, hey, Jim, how's that beer? We love the blogcast. It's toll free to call, so 1-800-867-5309. So, all right. So, another thing we've been doing all year long. Wait a minute. I gotta. Where's a pen around when you need one, eh? Fuck. Oh yeah, right there. What would be the color for tonight? Cube. I'll go with red. Red. All right. So, anyways. I got the Big Jims Blogcast Live coffee mug, the cube, inside it. Whoa, a harmonica. All right. So now I'm going to try this. I have no need to explain. If you're under 30, I got to explain this to you. This is a toy from the 80s. It's pretty much self-explanatory. You got 9 sides, 9 colors. You got to get all the colors on all the sides. So I'm going with red tonight. Boom. I'm going to try first of 4 tries tonight. All right, so here we go. Boom, bum, 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 bum. All right, come on, you little. All right. So, okay. All right. Okay, well, there we go. That's all I got there for now, red. So I'll just put it back in its Big Jims Blogcast Live coffee mug. As we get to some birthday shout-outs. Yes. All right. So that's a good cigar there. That is like a Quintero Habana Cuban. Assisting me in my birthday shoutouts is Mr. Cactus Jack. So here we go. So. All right, birthday shoutouts, June 23rd to the 29th. Nicole Leinhardt, Kathy Short, Diane Pelkey, Gloria and Rick Bodone, Don Wells, Kathy McIntosh, Everard Pinder, Bo O'Neill, again, Nicole Leinhardt, Kathy Short, Diana Pelkey, Gloria and Rick Bogan, Don Wells, Kathy McIntosh, Heather Rivard Pinder, and Bo O'Neill. Happy birthday, everyone. Day to you. Happy birthday, baby. All right, yes, and happy birthday to everybody. Your birthday only comes once a year. Make it a good one. Make it a memorable one. So for all those people that I just mentioned, happy birthday, everybody, from Big Jims Blogcast Live. As I said, so bear with me here. I am coming off a bit of a cold, like a bit of an allergy, like, you know, the start. It is summer. We are in summer. So that means I've got like my good cigar here, Quintero. Along with like Gibson's Finest Whiskey on the rocks, of course. Cheers, everyone. And our craft beer for tonight comes to us from the Imperial City Brewhouse in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. It's called Crashes-Razzle. And I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. And you know what? When I do these craft beer reviews, I just don't go, wow, it's a very highbrow, high-tasting, high society exquisite beer. Or no, I don't. I just go with my gut and what's in here. So anyways, so I'll just give this a little top up. Oh yeah. Excuse me. It definitely has that crisp, grab you by the throat aftertaste to it. It does go down really smoothly though. So whether it's a spring, summer, or fall beer, I will let you know. Whether it's beach beer, barbecue beer, back deck patio beer, out by the pool, listening to your favorite tunes beer, here we go. So, and I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if you're still here and sticking around, feel free to throw out a number like so many people have done, between 1 and 10. Might, you know, so you never know. So, cheers, everyone. To the first day. This is to the start of summer. And what a way to kick it off. So I'll just place this back here as we get to some countdowns here. All right. Fall is 86 days away. The August long weekend is 36 days away. Thanksgiving is 106 days away. Halloween is 124 days away. Winter, and I know everybody doesn't want to hear this, is 175 days away. Boo. And Christmas is 179 days away. So, all right. So, yeah. This is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 320, Sunday, June 29th, 2025. And we're rocking, rolling. We're going to get to some local events here. Yeah, last weekend, I've been away for the past couple of last weekends. Last weekend was the All Decades reunion in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. For anybody who ever went to Saugeen District Secondary School like me, I want to give shouts out to the organizers, Kathy and Marnie. You guys put on a great event there. It was a much needed night out for a lot of people. Excuse me. So yeah. So yeah, I just got the movie on right now. Watching it. It's like, we'll get to our classic legacy movie in a sec here. We're gonna go. We're gonna do some local events here. Saturday, August 23rd, 2 p.m. is the 11th annual Truck and Tractor Pull, 595 Main Street in Wyoming, Ontario, Canada. Don't miss that. Friday, July 18th, 2025 at 4:30 p.m. is the Revelry Music Festival in Canada Park. Excuse me. The acts include Sheep Boys, J.J. Wild, Texas King, The Action Figures, A Secret Walk to Pluto. Tickets at revelry.ca. Simply Skinnerd at Imperial Theater in Sarnia, Thursday, September 18th, 7:30 p.m. Tickets at tixhub.com. The Ice Cream Festival, Sunday, September 14th, 9 a.m. at the Pinery Market. There's going to be over 200 live vendors there. Free parking, ice cream tacos, ice cream everything. Make sure you check it out. Free parking. Friday, July 4th, 2025, 11 a.m. Strathroy Rib Fest, 334 Metcalf Street West, the West Middlesex Memorial Center, and it runs to July 6, 6 p.m. Tuesday, October 14th, 2025, 7 to 9 p.m. Legendary author Mitch Album will be at the Sarnia Library Theater, presented by the Bookkeeper. Tickets are $40 in that. Mitch Album, the legendary broadcaster out of Detroit and author. Saturday, July 26, 4 p.m., Dresden Summer Night Market, 445 George Street South in Chatham, Kent. Admission is free. There's going to be food, music, a pop-up bar. Saturday, July 12th, 7:30 p.m. is the Waterfront Park, Point Edward, Rotary Club of Sarnia. Rotary Club of Sarnia, Mackinac. It's going to be a breakfast, so it's going to be good. I've been to one of these things. These guys put on an amazing breakfast. Saturday, July 12th, 10 p.m., 89 Next at Brights Grove Music Festival. Friday is going to be Wheelhouse, Painkiller Jane, The Blues Hound. Saturday, Little White Lies, Johnny Five, and Roscoe. So, excuse me, everybody. So, yeah, I am battling a little bit of just getting over it. Just getting over my allergies, a bug or whatever it is. So, and anyways, yeah. So that's it for local events. So this is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 320, Sunday, June 29th, 2025. We've got our craft beer going on. Tracy, I see you've just joined us. Tracy, we've got our craft beer today. We've got a good cigar going on with it. It's a Quintero Habana Cuban cigar. All right, and with that is Gibson's Finest Whiskey. And our craft beer for tonight, it is called Crashes-Razzle. It's a Mexican lager by the Imperial City Brewhouse right here in Sarnia. So let's top that up. I am trying this beer for the very first time tonight. Yeah. All right. Gives you that it's got to grow on me all through the blogcast, but it's goes down smoothly. It's got that a little bit of that Mexican tangy aftertaste to it, like Corona, or anyway that. So, but I do give this a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. If you're still here and sticking around, feel free to throw out a number between 1 and 10. We'll just put this back here for now. And what else? Oh yeah. There we go. We have our classic movie. Our classic legacy movie, Jaws, at 50. I've got the movie on right now. I was lucky to pick up the movie in Goodwill. So, So this movie is 50 years old. Right now, and I've got the original movie right here. And so, Heidi, I see you've just joined us. And so, and so, Jaws at 50. So anyways, the original Jaws movie was released June 20th, 1975. You've got like it's a 2 discs on here. The one where the movie, and then all sorts of extra special bonus material on the second disc with like interviews with the cast, Jaws outtakes, the making of the movie. Roy Schneider. We'll go over. All right, so we'll go over the cast here. Roy Schneider is Chief Martin Brody. Robert Shaw is Quint. Richard Dreyfuss is Matt Hooper. Lorraine Gary as like Ellen Brody. Murray Hamilton as Mayor Larry Vaughn. There they are. There's God, eat that jacket. Why doesn't just the shark go and eat that jacket? For one thing, there's one still from the movie there. Set in the beach of the plot, basically. Oh, what do we got here? So, anyways, there we go. All right. So, anyways, set in the beach town of Amity Island. Chrissy Walter goes skinny dipping in the ocean, is attacked by a shark. Next day, her remains wash up on shore. Chief Martin Brody wants the mayor to close the beaches. A shark kills a boy on the beach. This causes a shark hunting frenzy. Pro shark fisherman Quint, Chief Brody, and oceanographer Matt Hooper hunt down and kill the great white shark. Not before the shark eats Quint. Brody eats Quint. Brody and Hooper barely survive, but they paddle back to Amity Island. Now, disc 1, disc 2, deleted. There's a lot of deleted scenes and a lot of outtakes from the original movie. Jaws cost $12 million to make, and then its budget was like $12 million to make, and then the movie made over $100 million and more in ticket sales at the box office. You've got an interview with Steven Spielberg who talks about the casting, location shoots. This movie was like CGI free at the time, so which caused a lot of like budget over problems there. The original casting choices, Quint was like supposed to be played by Lee Marvin. You have interviews with Richard Dreyfuss, Roy Schneider, and Lorraine Gary. Photos of the cast, location, Amity Island, storyboards, marketing of the movie. Interview with like author Peter Benchley. Interview with like Susan Backline, the back in line, the shark's first victim. She was a stunt woman. She was here pictured. This is her pictured right there on the movie. So, all right. Wow. So, when I saw this movie with my parents, I was only like, come on, I was 5 years old at the time, and my parents took me to see this movie, and fuck, even though we lived near a lake, I didn't even want to go into the water. So, oh yeah, here's more. Here's like Quint. There's Hooper. There's Martin Brody and Quint, like all trying to capture the shark. So, dun, 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 dun. And I did post a few scenes and interviews of the movie Jaws on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. So, there we go. Dun, dun, dun. It's coming at you. It's coming at you. Dun, 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 dun. And who could forget? You can't forget the theme to this. Dun, dun, dun. The slow, like piano. Dun, 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 dun. So, due to copyright issues, we can't play that on here. So, but yeah. All right. So, dun, dun, dun. Yeah, but it was a pretty, for its time, it's like 50 years old. It was released June 20th, 1975. So, yeah. So so if you even like are at Goodwill or any other Walmart and you see this movie, see Jaws, you want a good old fashioned like scare, Heidi, hint, really. Go and pick this movie up. So, dun, 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 dun. All right. Excuse me. So, anyways, yeah, that was Jaws DVD. It is the 50th anniversary. It was released June 21st, 1975, which makes it 50 years old this month. Our classic legacy movie. I posted like a few of scenes from the movie on my blogcast page and my Facebook page, so look for that. Yeah, this is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 320, Sunday, June 29th, 2025. I want to give... all right. So, anyways, I want to remind everybody that Big Jims Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listing platforms. Release your podcast too, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live at YouTube.com. That's where all the old videos are of Big Jims Blogcast Live for the past 7 years. And so, I want to give shouts out to any watching the Sarnia, Port Elgin groups. Sarnia rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. What's up, Sarnia? You gotta love Sarnia 2.0. Chain Reaction, all the pop culture, retro, classic, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups. All the Van Halen, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock groups. Craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling, blog and vlog groups, classic TV movies, birthdays, bongos, Rubik's. Right on. And so, bam. Oh. All right, I got this too, the bullhorn. Big Jims Blogcast. Oh, wait a minute. That's not... Big Jims Blogcast. All right. So, yeah. All right. So we got our craft beer going on tonight, accompanied by like a good cigar. This is a Quintero Tabacos Cuban cigar. Accompanying that with our craft beer is like Gibson's Finest Whiskey. Oh yeah. And we've got, we have our craft beer for tonight. It is, it is by Imperial City Brewhouse in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. It is called Cerveza, Craft Cerveza. It's a Mexican lager. I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. Anybody wants to share this blogcast with like the Imperial City Brewhouse folks, please do so. All right. So yeah, it does go down rather smoothly. You got to give it time. You got to get used to it. Whether it's a spring, summer, fall beer, this is definitely not a winter beer. This is made for summer. So, first impressions, I'm gonna say if you're gonna sit by a pool, drink this. So, all right. So yeah, crisp, goes down smoothly. There's no unpleasant aftertaste to it. Refreshing, definitely refreshing. So I'm going to set this back here for now. All right. So, okay. So Big Jims Blogcast Live. All right. So anywho, there we go. We'll put that there. All right. So, okay. As we get to our like, I have an overwhelming feeling I've forgotten something. I just don't know what it is. So, so yeah. Pour out the likes and loves there. All right. So yeah. Okay. So, yeah, this is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 320, Sunday, June 29th, 2025. As we move on now, we're going to get to our, we're going to get to a controversial season in the Dukes of Hazzard. It is season 5, complete 5th season. Now, you got to ask yourself, why is Daisy Duke alone on the cover with the General Lee? Ask yourself that question. First of all, previous season, well, let's see here. Let's get them back. And why are Bo and Luke nowhere to be found? Instead, you've got these guys, Coy and Vance Duke. All right, why? Why? Ask yourself why. Well, because the original stars, Tom Wopat and John Schneider, who played Bo and Luke Duke. Oh yeah, all right. Yeehaw! That'll be flying through the air, the General Lee there. So, anyways, it seems that the previous season, Bo and Luke Duke, John Schneider and Tom Wopat, and the rest of the cast were not getting their fair share of royalties and merchandising from the show. With, like, toys and all that, you know, they've got, you know, like, the Dukes have had all these toys, lunch boxes, Dukes of Hazzard items, lunch boxes and merchandise, that, die-cast cars and all that shit. They weren't getting a piece of that. So they got pissed off, predictably, and they did a walk-off of Season 5. So they weren't going to... The storyline was that Bo and Luke left Hazzard for the NASCAR circuit, and in came these two gentlemen, Coy and Vance Duke, played by Byron Cherry and Christopher Mayer. So, it was Friday, September 4th, 1982. Season 5 of The Dukes of Hazzard premiered at 8 p.m. on CBS Friday night, September 24th, 1982. Now, the storyline was, the official storyline was that Bo and Luke are gone and have left Hazzard County to fulfill a lifelong dream of dreaming of racing on the NASCAR circuit. Bo and Luke's cousins, everyone's a cousin related to each other in like Hazzard County, have returned to Hazzard after a 6-year absence. Imagine that, 6-year absence to help Jesse and Daisy run the Duke farm. John Schneider and Tom Wopat were fired from the series or walked out. Depends on who do you believe. Over merchandising royalties, millions of dollars over Duke's toys, products, T-shirts, etc. Catherine Bach, Daisy wanted to walk out. John and Tom told her to stay because they might not have a show to come back to. Coy Duke, Brian Cherry, and Vance Duke, Christopher Mayer were quickly introduced. As you can guess, like the show's ratings kept dropping over the course of season 5. Warner Brothers renegotiated with Tom and John, and a settlement was reached and Tom and John returned to the last 4 episodes of season 5. The episodes welcome back Bo and Luke. They returned from their NASCAR tour. Coy and Vance were quickly written out of the episode by the first commercial break. That quick. Storyline: Coy and Vance leave Hazzard to care for a sick relative, never to be seen again, never be seen or heard from again. The ratings recovered slowly, but this was like the start of the beginning of the end for the Dukes of Hazzard. Now, in season 5, previous to all these seasons, Dukes was like a ratings powerhouse for CBS. Season 5 had 17 million viewers, 0.34 share by the end of Season 5. Season 6, 16 million viewers at number 36. That placed the Dukes at number 36 in Season 6. Season 7 dropped from 16 to 13 million viewers, 41 in the final season there. Remember, like, yeah, my random thoughts on the subject, like, I mean... I can remember where the Dukes. I can remember where I was when the Dukes premiered in 1979. 3 TV networks. You had to get up and change the channel. The Dukes. So I think I'd lost interest after the Coy and Vance season because I had different priorities. I think I outgrew the show. I wanted to go out with my friends. It was like I came home one Friday night. After coming out with my friends, my dad goes to me, "Oh, you missed the Dukes of Hazzard tonight." "Oh, God, really? Is that show still on?" "Oh, okay." Well, anyways, we've got like, there's a bit of the merchandise that these guys were missing out on. All right. Yeehaw! All right. So, anyways, bit of the merchandise they were missing out on. Oh yeah. And there they are. These guys were never heard from again. And we've got a few more stills of the original cast there. There we go. And all right. So, anyways, that would solve the mystery as to why Daisy is standing alone. So, yeah, more pictures of the cast. Excuse me. So there we go. And then you have like the Dukes premiered its usual Friday night time slot. You had CBS had the Dukes of Hazzard. This is the 5th season. ABC had Benson and the New Odd Couple. And NBC had the Powers of Matthew Starr. So that's what they're basically up against. So, yeah, there we go. There's like the New Odd Couple. Benson over on ABC, and then the Powers of Matthew Starr over on NBC. So, all right. And yeah, like I think season 5 was like the beginning of the end for the Dukes of Hazzard. It pretty much put the nail in the coffin when Tom and John left the series, and then they came back. But yeah, so that was the most controversial season of the Dukes of Hazzard. So, anyways, and also I want to take time here to recently, we're okay, no. Anyways, I will have a 10 gong salute later for this gentleman, Rick Hurst. He was born January 1st, 1946 in Houston, Texas. Now, Rick played Deputy Cletus Hogg in the Dukes of Hazzard for all 7 seasons and all the reunion movies. He sadly passed away Thursday, June 26th, 2025 in Los Angeles at the age of 79. He has a son you might know, Ryan Hurst, who played Opie on Sons of Anarchy. He appears, of course, he was like a veteran character actor. Of course, he appeared in MASH, $6 Million Man, Chips, Beretta, Super Train, The Karate Kid, Highway to Heaven, Murder, She Wrote, The Wonder Years, Melrose Place, all Dukes of Hazzard reunion TV movies anyway. So here's to you, Mr. Rick Hurst. And we'll do a 10 gong salute to you later on in the blogcast. Cheers. All right. So that, all right. So, yeah. This is Big Jim Blogcast Lot. Oh, and I did post season 5 of the Dukes. Coy and Vance the episode where Bo and Luke come back to Hazzard County. The tearful goodbye between Bo, Luke, and Coy, Vance, Daisy, and Jesse. So yeah. All right. All right. So. Yeah. So my. All right. So this is Big Jim Blogcast Live version 7.0. Episode 320, Sunday, June 29th, 2025. We got our craft beer going on. We got Quintero cigar. Accompanying our cigar and our craft beer is Gibson's Finest Whiskey. Our craft beer for tonight comes to us from Imperial City Brewhouse in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. I'll never forget those chase scenes from the Dukes of Hazzard. Even the chase scene music. Oh, wait a minute. Fuck. Okay, hold on here a sec. Flying through the air. Alright, so anyways. Where is it? Yeah, anyways. Our craft beer for tonight. I'm going to open the second can up here. It is called Crashes-Razzle by the Imperial City Brewhouse. I'm going to give it a top up here. And I am trying this beer for the very first time tonight. Alright. So anyways, yeah. Very good. Goes down really smoothly. It's one of those, it's going to be a spring, summer, and fall beer. I can tell you right now, given the start of summer. Crashes-Razzle, look at that. Look at how clear that is. It's a beachside pool. It's a poolside, beachside beer. Yes. Good. I'll just place this back here for now. Alright, so anyways, what am I... Alright. Come on. What do I want? Alright. Oh yeah, yeehaw! So that's going to be flying through the blogcast. So, alright. So let me put this back here. Back in the head. Okay. So yeah. Where were we now? Oh right. Okay. Now we get to like. Oh, where is he? Yes. Okay, we get to a legendary character actor, Mr. Harris Yulin. Now, he, unfortunately, this veteran character actor, you might recognize him. Here's more. There we go. Harris Yulin. He was born November 5th, 1937 in Los Angeles, California. Made his debut in the New York Theater production Next Time I'll Sing to You in 1963 and continued to work in theater. Starred in many Broadway productions such as The Diary of Anne Frank, The Visit, and The Price. 1971, his first film role was in Wyatt Earp. He starred in countless films from 1970 up to 2018. He was in Beretta, Ghostbusters 2, Clear and Present Danger, Bad Dreams, Fatal Beauty, Mindu at 1600, Murder at 1600, Cutthroat Island, Training Day. There we go. TV roles, he guest starred in Dynasty, Wonder Woman, Civil Wars, Cagney and Lacey as the World Turns, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Frasier, Murphy Brown, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Nikita, Blacklist, and Ozark. So he continued to work frequently in theater, TV, and many feature films. Two of his best roles, I thought, were like in Training Day as Doug Rosselli as one of the three wise men. Scarface. He was in Scarface along with Al Pacino, and Ozark as Buddy Diker. Now, unfortunately, Mr. Harris Yulin passed away Tuesday, June 10th, at the age of 87 in New York, U.S. So we get here's to you, sir. And I did post many of his film roles, interview with him, and on my blogcast pages. So cheers, here's to you, Mr. Harris Yulin. And we will have a 10 gong salute later on in the for him and Rick in the later on in the blogcast. Mr. Harris Yulin, who passed away at age 87 last Tuesday, June 10th, in New York, New York. So there we go. All right. So, So, boom, bam. All right. Bongo. I want to say to everybody, Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. I want to remind everybody tonight that the audio, we are not spam. Like us, share, subscribe to us. Big Jim Blogcast Live will go out, the audio version will go out later on these all these audio listing platforms, which are podcast to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all that. Plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. I want to give shouts out to everybody watching the Sarnia Port Elgin groups. Sarnia rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. Supporting Sarnia 2.0. All the Mr. Mike Sarnia Ontario, all the pop culture, retro, classic, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups, all the Van Halen, Motley Crue, Bad Company, Beach Boy, hard rock, aerial, classic rock groups, all the craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, Star Trek, pro wrestling, blog and vlog groups, all the classic TV and movies, birthdays, bongos, Rubik's, right on. And so, mm. 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 All right. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 320, Sunday, June 29th, 2025. It's our first start to summer as we get to our classic pro wrestling manager, Mr. Jims J. Dillon. Trained by Eddie Graham. He debuted in December of 1968, breaking into pro wrestling at age 29 as a referee, transitioning as a wrestler, then a manager. April 23rd, 1984, he challenged WWF IC Intercontinental Champion Tito Santana at Madison Square Garden, but lost out after a flying forearm by Tito Santana. From 1985 to 1989, he would manage the Four Horsemen: Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, Ole Anderson, Barry Windham, and Lex Luger. Here's many, there's one version of the Four Horsemen. There's another version of the Four Horsemen. It's got Barry Windham in it, Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson. This version has Lex Luger in it. There we go. There's another picture of the Four Horsemen right there with Lex Luger. And then you've got old school, very first Four Horsemen, along with you've got Ole Anderson, Tully Blanchard, Jims J. Dillon, Arn Anderson, and Ric Flair in there. In the old NWA. So, all right. Now, he leaves WCW in February of 1989. He leaves WCW in February 1989. Becomes the first front office executive for the WWF until 1997. April 1997, he returns to WCW as an office member and as an on-air camera commissioner. In 2003, he would be an NWA representative in TNA. He returned to TNT for AEW Dynamite March 3rd, 2021 for Tully Blanchard and Eric Bischoff, it was like an homage to Jim Crockett Jr. He was inducted into the 2012 WWE Hall of Fame class as a member of the Four Horsemen. He was a one-time NWA Florida Heavyweight title holder, one-time NWA Florida Tag Team Champion, one-time NWA Television Champion, one-time NWA Central States Tag Team Champion, one-time NWA Western States TV Champion. 2007, he was inducted as a member of the California of the Cauliflower Club, PWI Manager of the Year 1982, 83, and 88. He retired February 19th, 2003. And here's to you, Mr. Jims J. Dillon, our classic pro wrestling manager. And I did post more of his interviews and matches on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. Where did I take that from? There we go. All right. So, yeah. That is the legendary Jims J. Dillon. And so, yeah, I did post more of his, like, interviews and matches on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. The ones with the bunkhouse stampede where he was, like, supposed to win the bunkhouse stampede, but Lex Luger threw him over the top rope. And that would effectively end Lex Luger's time in the Four Horsemen. So, all right. Hold on a sec here. All right. So anyways, this is Big Jims Blogcast Live. Version 7.0, episode 320, Sunday, June 29th. 2025. So anyways, doing a little bit of a change up here. Focusing on the good cigars here. This one's like a Romeo and Julieta. All right. And so, there we go. Okay. And so, yeah. So, anyways, yeah, switch over to a good cigar there. So, okay. So, whew. All right, as we get to our, like, yeah, the hotline. All right, so if you, all right, boom. So, if you want to, like, call me up on your, we've got the hotline here, 1-800-867-5309. You want to call me up on your rotary phone or your cell and say, hey, Jim, how's that beer working out? We love the blogcast tonight. So, anyways, there we go. It's toll free to call, 1-800-867-5309. So, anyways, yeah. For the second time tonight, for the second time tonight, I'm going to do the cue. I'm going to take it out of its Big Jims Blogcast Live coffee mug. There we go. That's what's in here. Harmonica. All right. So I'm going to do. Wait. Yeehaw! Da-da-da-da. All right. So, anyways, if you're under 30, I have to explain this to you. This is a legendary toy from the 80s. It's got all 9 colors, all 9 sides. It's called a Rubik's Cube. And the premise is pretty simple. You have to get all 9 sides, all full colors. But tonight I'm going to focus on the one side. I'm going to do the red side. There we go. So here we go. Dun, 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 dun. All right. So anyways, yeah, there we are. Come on. Fuck. Let's go. There we are. So, all right. So I'm back to where I started with a couple of turns there. So I'll just put that back. There's what you got right there, the red. So there we go. So I'll just place it back in its Big Jims Blogcast Live coffee mug. All right. Our craft beer for tonight. We've got a good cigar. It's a Romeo and Julieta from Havana, Cuba. All right. So, I'll just, all right, so I'll just place this back here. Okay, so anyways, all right, so yeah, it's a Romeo and Julieta Cuban. Accompanying that is our Gibson's Finest Whiskey. All right. And we've got also our craft beer for tonight. This beer comes to us, it's Crashes-Razzle. It's a Mexican lager, comes to us from Imperial City Brewhouse in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight, so I'll just give it a bit of a top up. All right. So, and I got their glass too. So look at that. Look at how clear that beer is. And so, yeah, goes down very smoothly. This is definitely not a wintertime beer. It's a good spring beer. I'm going to expand on that a little later on in the blogcast. It does go down smoothly. There's no unpleasant aftertaste to it. It does grow on you. This is a beachside beer and a poolside beer. I'm going to determine that right away. I do give this a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if you're still here and sticking around, feel free to throw out a number, see if it matches up with mine. All right, well, we'll place this back here for now. All right, so, all right, as we move on. All right, so, yeah, we have, our Bad Company. We have the Brian Howe years. Now, if you're familiar with like Bad Company, the Brian Howe years from '86 to 1994. We'll look later on. We're going to do a Mick Ralph salute. The members around this time were like Brian Howe on vocals. Here's like here he is, former lead singer of like Bad Company, Brian Howe. He replaced Paul Rogers, who was the original lead singer, and he went and joined Jimmy Page's band, The Firm. There's another old school. Here's another old school picture of like Bad Company. Yeah, and so. All right. So, in 1985, original lead singer Paul Rogers leaves Bad Company and joined Jimmy Page's new group, The Firm. Mick, Ralph, Simon Kirk get new management. They hire a new bass player, Steve Price, and they also hired and teamed up with ex-Ted Nugent singer Brian Howe, which brought more of a pop rock style to Bad Company. So, their like albums, Fame and Fortune, hit number 7 on the Billboard album charts, October '86. Dangerous Age, 8th studio album, released October 23rd, 1988. Singles, No Smoke Without a Fire, Shake It Up. Songs, Bad Man, Rock of America. Holy Water, their 9th studio album, released June 12th, 1990. Hit 35 on the Billboard albums chart. Band tours with Damn Yankees. Singles, If You Needed Somebody, hit number 16 on the Billboard album chart. Boys Cry Tough, Stranger Stranger, Walk Through Fire. Songs, Fearless, Lay Your Love on Me. That was a classic album, Into It. Summer 1992, though, Here Comes Trouble was their 10th studio album, Brian Howe's last with the band. Last album with the band. Singles, How About That, reaches U.S. number 1 on the U.S. album rock track. Here Comes Trouble. 1994, Brian leaves Bad Company as his own band. Unfortunately, Brian passes away of a heart attack on May 6, 2020, age 66. Yeah, so, anyways, we've got like, all right, we have like Bad Company, Dangerous Age, which is a good one. Bad Company, Holy Water. These are cassettes, if you like, for all you young people out there that don't know what cassettes are. And the 10 from 6, the best of Bad Company, from Shooting Star, Can't Get Enough, Feel Like Making Love, Run with the Pack, Move It On, Electric On, Ready for Love, Live for the Music. And so, all right, and so, yeah, and unfortunately, okay, well, we got like, there's like The Firm with Paul Rogers. Got a few more old school. There we go. There we go. There's more of like the old school Bad Company right there, the original. Mr. Paul Rogers, the original lead singer of Bad Company. And we've got like the late Brian Howe, who's the lead singer in the 80s for them. And unfortunately, Mick Ralphs, the original lead guitarist for Bad Company, was there for every studio album. Unfortunately, he passed away June 23rd, 2025, age 81. He was the founder of Bad Company and Mott the Hoople. His guitars were Fender Stratocaster, Fender Telecaster, Stratocaster, Gibson Les Paul Standard, Gibson Flying V. His influences included Jimi Hendrix, the Beatles, Led Zeppelin. And we will have, and here's to you, Mr. Mick Ralphs. Cheers. We will have a 10 gong salute for you later in the show. All right. So, okay. Ooh, yeehaw! Also, I want to give. All right. So, also, I want to give acknowledge the fact that Brian Wilson, the founding member of the Beach Boys, also passed away at age 82 in his sleep on Wednesday, June 11th, at age 82 in Beverly Hills, at his home in Beverly Hills. Of course, Brian Wilson, a songwriting legend. What can you say about Brian Wilson that you hasn't said at all? Like guy's a legend with the Beach Boys and everything. Super producer, wrote like Little Deuce Coupe, I Get Around. I have in my collection the Beach Boys greatest hits. This has like Surfer Girl, Barbie, Luau, Little Deuce Coupe, Surfing Safari, Judy, What Is a Young Girl, 409, Karate. So if you're ever a fan of the Beach Boys, so unfortunately, and I did post more of Brian Wilson's interviews and Mick Ralph's interviews on my blogcast page and my Facebook pages. Brian Wilson, a music legend. What award hasn't he won? What song has he written? Like California Girls, I wish they all could be California. So, California Girls. Heidi, I see you're there. So, right on. All right. So, yeah. California Girls, Little Deuce Coupe, I Get Around. So, anyways, yeah. I know. Well, I've got a good horror movie up on here. So, anyways, we do salute Big Jim Blogcast Live does salute Mick Ralphs and Brian Wilson. So, and we will have a 10 gong salute later on for these legends. So, all right. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live. Boom. Alright. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 320, Sunday, June 29th, 2025. All right. So yeah, my craft beer for tonight, accompanied by a good cigar. It is a Romeo and Julieta Cuban right there. Accompanying that craft beer is Gibson's Finest Whiskey. Heidi, if you want to throw in a number between 1 and 10 to see what the beer's going to be, you can. So, our craft beer for tonight, it comes to us from Imperial City Brewhouse in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. It is called Craft Cerveza. It's a Mexican lager. I am trying this beer for the very first time tonight. You want to see the horror movie? Well, throw a number in between 1 and 10. See what I'm going to give this later on. So, all right. Very good beer. It's definitely not a winter beer. It's good spring, summer, and fall beer. Goes down very smoothly. There was a crispy aftertaste to it, but it disappeared. It's growing on me. This beer's growing on me. Yeah. I'll give this a little top up. All right. So, yeah, good beachside beer, good poolside beer, good back deck beer. Um, mm, yeah. And so, all right. Mm, it, okay. So yeah, it's got to grow on me all through the blogcast. So if anybody wants to throw out a number between 1 and 10, see what I'm going to give it. You know, now's the time to do so. So I'll just place this back here. All right. So, okay. As we get to our Rockstar car crashes here, um, mm, 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 we have. Wait a minute. We have Razzle. This was Nicholas Dingley. Now he passed away December 8th, 1984 in Redondo Beach, California. He was a member of Hanoi Rocks, a group that was touring the U.S. for the first time with Motley Crue. Motley Crue singer Vince Neil invited the band his home to party. Hanoi Rocks were on their first ever American tour. They were partying at Vince's house in Redondo Beach, California. Now, during that day, both Vince. Okay, here's the band. Vince is the blonde one in the Motley Crue photo right there. So, they both had been drinking heavily. Vince and Razzle made a liquor run to a nearby liquor store in Vince's 1972 Damaso Pantera. On the way back, Vince was driving. He crashed into another car. Razzle died instantly in the collision. The other three victims suffered major injuries. Vince Neil had a blood alcohol level of .17. He was charged with vehicular manslaughter and DUI. He was sentenced to 30 days, 5 years probation. Now, as because of this, Hanoi Rocks breaks up. Vince was ordered to pay $2.6 million in compensation to his victims. Now, the 14-year-old in me at the time, I mean, nowadays it's strictly taboo to drive drunk. I mean, it's a crime. The 14-year-old me at the time, because I was a Motley Crue fan at the time, thought that, whoa, he got off easy. Dude, I mean, chill. It's if it were, and now the 55-year-old me thinks, if that were any one of us, we'd have been sent to jail 10 years, 20 years, no problem. We didn't have any high-priced lawyers to get us out of this. We didn't have any, we didn't have millions of dollars in lawyers. We didn't have any high-priced lawyers. We didn't have any, if it were any one of us, we'd gone to jail like that. So, but the judge, what else can Vince do at the time? To make money to pay back the victims for compensation. He just has no other skills, so send him around the world to make money singing in Motley Crue on their tour. So, yeah. So that's the unfortunate aftermath of our Rockstar car crashes. Razzle, real name Nicholas Dingley, passed away December 8, 1984 at Redondo Beach, California at the hands of Vince Neil in his Ford, in his Di Tommaso Pantera Ford car. And so, yeah. So anyway, this leads up to our classic legacy album. And so, all right, that is a good cigar. All right. So this is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 320, Sunday, June 29th, 2025. I'm Jim. Thank you for Happy Canada Day, everyone. If be the first to greet, say it. Happy Canada Day. All right. our craft beer for tonight, accompanied by like our good cigar here, Romeo and Julieta. We got like our Gibson's finest whiskey here. Mm. Mm. All right. Mm. 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 Our craft beer for tonight, it is from Imperial City Brewhouse in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. It is. I've got one of their glasses here. It's a craft cerveza. It's a Mexican lager. Gwen, I see you've joined us. How are you? Cheers. All right. So, anyways, we'll just So, see how clear that beer is right there. Good Mexican lager. I'm trying this beer for the very first time tonight. Goes down smoothly. Definitely not. It's not a winter beer. I'm going to go out and say this is a good spring, summer, and fall beer. Good back deck patio beer. Good beach beer. Good pool beer. Good barbecue beer. It does go down smoothly. Let's see here. It's clean, crisp. It's got a clean, crisp taste to it. And like I said, if you're out there, you want to know what I'm going to give it, like, you want to know what number I'm going to give it, like, I mean, come on. Throw out a number between 1 and 10, see if it matches up with mine. So, anyways, all right. I'll just place this back here for now. All right, so give it a little top up. All right. So, yeah. Oh. Now, before we get to our classic legacy album, I just want to say that, like, Big Jims Blogcast Live is not spam. Like us, share, subscribe to us. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcast, all these audio listening platforms, which are podcasts, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live at youtube.com. I want to give shouts out to everybody watching the Sarnia, Port Elgin groups. Michelle, you guys rock. Supporting Sarnia 2.0. Mr. Mike's. All the pop culture, retro, classic, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups. All the Van Halen, Motley Crue, Beach Boys, Bad Company, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock groups. Craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, pro wrestling, blogspot, classic TV and movies, birthdays, bongos, Rubik's. As we get to our classic album, our classic legacy album here, this is Motley Crue's Theater of Pain. Now, here's the front and here's the back of it. This was released June 21st, 1985. Theater of Pain is the third studio album from Motley Crue. Let's see what they have in the inner. Whoa, we've got a killer. All right. Let's see what we got here. So, we've got like a killer, there we go. Huh? Yeah. Of Motley Crue right there in their glam phase. Third studio album by Motley Crue, produced by Tom Werman. There's Tom Werman right there along with the band. He worked with Cheap Trick, Ted Nugent, Poison, Lita Ford, Dokken, Twisted Sister. Also produced by Dwayne Barron, recorded at Record Plant Studios in Hollywood, California. The band, Vince Neil, lead vocals, harmonica. I mean, all right, I got to take this out for. All right, so anyways, Tommy Lee on drums and piano, Nikki Sixx on bass, guitar, Mick Mars on guitar. Side one, you got City Boy Blues, Fight for Your Rights, Smoking in the Boys' Room, Home Sweet Home, Keep Your Eye on the Money, Louder Than Hell, Raise Your Hands to Rock, Save Our Souls, Smoking in the Boys' Room, Tonight We Need a Lover, Use It or Lose It. And so, third studio album by Motley Crue. Of course, it was dedicated to Nicholas Razzle Dingley. Of course, discussed him already, just killed him December 8, 1984 in a car crash. Vince was driving. Alcohol was involved. Nikki Sixx was a heavy heroin user at the time. Only 2 singles released off of Theater of Pain, Smoking in the Boys' Room. It was a Brownsville Station cover from 1973, and the power ballad Home Sweet Home. Both are top 10 hits, both songs with the video, Smoking in the Boys' Room. Jimmy, high school, dog, ate his homework, blah, blah, blah. Home Sweet Home. I'm on my way. Both videos actually featured Michael Berryman in the videos. He's a horror movie icon actor. The Hills Have Eyes. With Theater Pain, Crue had changed his image and went full-on glam metal. So, all right. Vince playing harmonica on Smoking in the Boys' Room. All right. So anyway, no. Theater of Pain peaked at number 6 in the U.S. Billboard album chart, sold over 4 million copies. The cover album art concept by Nikki Sixx and designed by Neil Zauser, David Williamson, and Bob Defrin. Working title was like Entertainment or Death. It was changed by Sixx before its release. The tour started July 7th, 1985, 7 hours, 7 shows in Japan, heads to North America, Canada, and the U.S. and Europe, ending March 3rd, 1986. The opening acts were like Y&T Accept, Loudness, Autograph, and Cheap Trick. Yeah, so there it is, front cover. On the back, there's the producer, Tom Werman, along with the band right there. So, and on the inside, you got all right, you got the full-on glam of Motley Crue right there. And so, all right, so that's our classic legacy album. It is 50 years old this month. So, Theater of Pain, Motley Crue. All right. And I did post videos like Smoking in the Boys' Room and Home Sweet Home on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. And I see, Gwen, you have thrown out a number between 1 and 10. So very good. Well, all right. So, okay. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 320, Sunday, June 29th, 2025. All right. So, anyways, before we get to our, this weekend, my most favorite time in the blogcast, all right. I want to remind everybody, call the hotline up, 1-800-867-5309, on your rotary phone or your cell. How's that beer going? Yeah, and we love the blogcast. Continue on. There you go. 1-800-867-5309, toll free to call. Okay. So, all right. So, and also, for the third time tonight, I'm going to do the Big Jim blog, the Rubik's Cube, taking a Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug. Excuse me. This is a legendary toy from the 80s, the Rubik's Cube. The concept is pretty simple. 9 sides, 9 colors. Got to get all 9, they've all got to match up. But anyways, I'm just going to concentrate on the red side for tonight, the red. So here we go. All right. Come on. Oh, all right. You bitch. All right, come on. There, that's all I got for the red side tonight. I'm going to do it one more time. Just put it back in its Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug there. And so, all right. All right. Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 320, Sunday, June 29th, 2025. So, our craft beer for the night, accompanied by a good cigar. This is a Romeo and Julieta. All right. And accompanying that is Gibson's Finest Whiskey. Mm, 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 mm. Tonight, our craft beer, it is. All right, well, it comes to us from Imperial City Brewhouse right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. It is called Crashes-Razzle. It's a Mexican lager. Trying for the very first time tonight. Crisp, clean taste. Top it up a little bit. Crisp, clean taste. Not a winter beer. Definitely spring, summer, and fall beer. Goes down very smoothly. Beach beer, patio beer, barbecue beer. Crashes-Razzle by the Imperial City Brewhouse in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. And I will give it a rating out of 10 in a few moments, right after my most favorite time in the blogcast. So, I'll just set this back here. All right. So, all right. As we get to my most favorite time in the blogcast, it is called This Week in Van Halen History. There we go with all the. All right. So we've got like all eras of the band here. This is This Week in Van Halen History. All right. From June 23rd to 29th, June 23rd, 1987, Sammy Hagar releases a self-titled album, I Never Said Goodbye. June 23rd, 1999, David Lee Roth plays the Lawrence Joel Complex in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. June 24th, 1995, Van Halen opens for Bon Jovi at the Wembley Stadium in London, England. June 24th, 1995, June 24th, 1995, Van Halen opens for Bon Jovi at the Wembley Stadium in London, England. June 24th, 2012, Van Halen plays the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. June 25th, 1991, David Lee Roth plays the Merriweather Post Pavilion in Columbus, Maryland. June 26th, 1993, Van Halen plays Pine Knob Music Theater in Clarkston, Michigan. June 26th, 2004, Van Halen played the Pepsi Arena in Albany, New York. June 27th, 1979, Van Halen plays the Apollo in Manchester, England. June 27, 1982, Van Halen hold Hide Your Sheep tour rehearsals at Zoetrice Studios in Hollywood, California. June 28, 1988, David Lee Roth plays the Coliseum in Charlotte, North Carolina. June 28, 2006, Sammy Hagar plays Meadowbrook Farms in Guilford, New Hampshire. And that is all for this week in Van Halen history. Right on. And so, there we are. Okay. So, anyways, yes. All right. So, as promised, all right. So, tonight, okay. So, as promised, tonight, I am going to, all right. So, I am going to give this beer a rating. So, our craft beer for tonight, Victoria, I see you're watching. Our craft beer for tonight, accompanied by a Romeo and Juliet cigar. Accompanied that is Gibson's Finest Whiskey. So, I got my final thoughts on this beer. This is by, all right, it is Crashes-Razzle Mexican Lager by Imperial City Brewhouse in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Look at that, I got one of their glasses. Now, all right, it's a very good beer. Very good beer. It's a good spring, summer, and fall beer. It goes down very smoothly. It's a good beach beer, good poolside beer, good barbecue beer. It's good volleyball beer. It's a good road trip beer. I gave this a lot of thought. I seriously did give this a lot of thought. There we go. All right. So, okay. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. So, let's see. Where are we on here? 8 out of 10. So, 8. Whoops. All right. 8. All right. All right. So, anyways, all right. So I will just write it in there. All right, 8 out of 10 for Crashes-Razzle Mexican Lager by the Sarnia Imperial City Brewhouse. And where does that land us on the chart there? Excellent. Interesting, well executed, something as a beer geek I would buy again. Right on. So, anyways, yes. It is, oh yeah, all right. 8 out of 10 on this beer right here. So, Crashes-Razzle Mexican Lager. Very good beer. Very good beer. So, they've made some, yeah. So, anyways, all right. So, yeah, drink up, everybody. Good beer. All right, so I'll place this back here. All right. It got to hand it to Sarnia Imperial City Brewhouse. Like, they've made some winners in the past. So, okay. All right. So, Gwen, you were right. All right. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. So, yeah, Gwen, you were... yeah. So, you were right. I gave it like an 8 out of 10. Great beer. Something I would definitely buy again if I was in, like, Imperial City Brewhouse. And so, now, if you guys... Oh, wait. Boom. Bam. All right. So, if you guys... Now, if you guys want shirts like mine, T-shirt, classic or the classic design, Big Jims Blogcast Live, white T-shirt, white like any design, any size. They are $35 shipping and handling included, 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. $35. You give me like an e-transfer or money order in my blogcast. Send me an e-transfer or money order on the blogcast page, my email. Or my regular page, and I will do my best to get that out to you. It takes 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. Regular white T-shirt, or a baseball jersey, or a tank top, or the classic design Big Jim's House Blogcast Live. There we go. So, all right. So, as promised, I'm going to give. Oh yeah, yeehaw! The General Lee flying through the air right there. And so, as promised, I am going to give each of these men, Brian Wilson, Rick Hurst, Mick Ralphs, and Harris Yulin, a 10 gong salute. So here we go. All right, so there we go. That's a 10 gong salute to like Harris Yulin, Mick Ralphs of Bad Company, the late Mick Ralphs, the late Rick Hurst of Dukes of Hazzard, and of course the late Brian Wilson. So there we go. All right. Yeah. Bongo. All right. All right. So for the last time tonight, I am going to do the cube. And so, all right. So take it out of this Big Jims Blogcast Live coffee mug. I'm going to try and get the red side. This is a legendary toy from the 80s. Its premise is pretty simple. All 9 sides, all 9 colors. You got the same sides, same colors. So here we go. All right, red. There we are. Boom, bam, 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 bam. All right. So make it count. Make it count. Let's go. All right, so, and make it count. There we are. Oh, that's all I got. That's all I got right there. So there we go. All right. So anyways, I'm going to give you guys an inspirational, motivational quote. Keep your face to the sunshine, and you cannot see a shadow. That's by Unknown. Keep your face to the sunshine, and you cannot see a shadow. That is by Unknown. All right, people, that's it for me. All right. All right, that's it for me. Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 320, Sunday, June 29th, 2025. We did an 8 out of 10 on our Crashes-Razzle by the Imperial City Brewhouse in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Birthday shoutouts to Nicole Leinhardt, Kathy Short, Diana Pelkey, Gloria, Rick Godin, Don Wells, Kathy McIntosh, Heather Regard Pinder, Bo O'Neill, our countdowns, our local events, our legacy movie Jaws, Dukes of Hazzard Season 5 with a Rick Hirsch salute, Hey It's That Guy, Harris Yulin salute, with a Brian Wilson salute, our classic pro wrestling manager JJ Dillon, our Bad Company Brian Howe years, our Mick Ralph salute, our Rockstar Car Crashes-Razzle, our classic legacy album, Motley Crue-Theater of Pain, This Week in Van Halen Mystery, our motivational quote, keep your face in the sunshine, and you cannot see a shadow. I want to give a shout out, and again, remind everybody as we go, the Jims Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, my own YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live on YouTube.com. I want to give a shout out to watching the Sarnia for Lovely groups. Sarnia rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. All the pop culture, retro, classic, vintage, nostalgia, yesteryear groups, all the Van Halen, Motley Crue, Bad Company, Beach Boy, Hard Rock, Hair Metal, Classic Rock Group, Craft Beer, Cigars, Sci-Fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, Pro Wrestling, Vlogspot, Classic TV and Movies, Birthdays, Bongos, Rubik's. That's it for me, people. You may see me next weekend, you may not. But happy Canada Day to everybody out there. Yes, happy Canada Day to everybody out there from Big Jim Blogcast Live. Some of us may have tomorrow off, and don't. But anyways, be good. Have a great long weekend, or the rest of the weekend. Thank you for ending your weekend with me. For Big Jim Blogcast Live, I'm Jim. Yeah, and so there we go. So anyways, yeah, for Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 7.0, episode 320, Sunday, June 29th, 2025, I'm Jim. Be good, and I will see you in the next couple of weeks. So cheers, everyone.